got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I got to do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about?
You want to be good or great? And then make me remember, I'm trying to be great. You hear me? Great.
What's up, people? Welcome back to the Prophecies. As y'all come in, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video. Say something in the chat so we can see who's all rocking and rolling. Let me know if y'all can see and hear me clearly. We have a special episode lined up for y'all tonight. I don't know where the think tank is. They'll be here and there and popping around, I guess. But as always, man, I am your host, the Prophet. Tonight's topic is men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Are we really that different, man? So I do have a founding member who's ready to join me now. So y'all welcome in Miss CC, aka CNoStress.
Hey everybody.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready for this topic, T, because what's going on?
It's gonna be some smoke in the city. I promise you that it's
I'm
gonna be
sure.
some smoke in the city, man. All right. Y'all let me know in the chat and in the comment section. The link is also in the description of the video for anybody, if anybody has anything to say on said topic tonight. If you want to share your thoughts, your experiences, whatever that may be, just let me know, and the link is in the description of this video. All right, Miss Lady, since you weren't here last week, we were talking about what makes you wifey or husband material. I think we talked about everything but the said topic. So the icebreaker tonight is going to be, what do you think makes you personally wifey material?
What do I think makes me wifey material? I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Because honesty is the best policy. I know, but I don't know. But what I think what makes me wifey material is me being willing to like really stop playing games.
Okay.
And although I'm not like a game player, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play this game like it's plotted, or I got instructions on how I'm gonna do it. Taking my relationship serious wasn't a thing.
Right.
And once I found okay, I really want to do right by this person because he's doing right by me, and I'm just gonna stop the bullshit.
Right.
Then that's when I'm like, yeah, I want to do that.
All right. So what would be, what do you think are your specific, because when I proposed this question before, just about people being somebody's wife or even girlfriend, they didn't really give me a lot to go off of. So what would be your specific characteristics that you think that you have, possess, and show to your partner that makes you wifey?
Well, for one, I'm supportive. Like anything he wants to do or doesn't want to do, I support that. And I think it's important to be a supportive partner because, we need it. We need the backbone. Providing an emotional safe space. That's without judgment. keeping myself looking good, because
That's very important.
we can't stop.
Very
You know what I'm
important.
saying? Like, I know we get comfortable, but I think that it's important to take it back to the basics. Take it back to where you both were attracted to each other. So yeah, keeping it nice. And I can cook
Appreciate it.
real good.
Love a good home cooked meal. Love a good home cooked meal.
Yes.
Those are not given, I would say, enough. Because life be life and people be busy
Mhm.
doing other things. That is moving in the direction of a lost art.
Yeah.
People was like DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that things. I did a topic on this before. Y'all can go check that out. She doesn't cook anymore, but y'all can go check that out on the channel. Y'all can answer the question as we go along as well in the chat and in the comment section. Look at this comment, man. Right now, I am not wifey material, but I'm working material. What does that mean? But when I was a wife, I was the best helpmate. We keep each other lifted when we didn't have it. I covered it. I was truly his backbone. Okay, so I guess she's in a transitional period. I ain't mad
Yeah,
at that.
because you're still wifey material.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
I would answer the question, but I'm not allowed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say that I'm not allowed to answer the question because if I say what I really want to say, they're gonna call me a narcissist.
You think so? You know that word be thrown around so just frivolously. Like, do we really know what a narcissist is? Because I think a lot of people are narcissists, but I mean, we just don't want to carry the topic. I think we all have some of those traits, but
That's a fact.
okay.
It's overused, and it's just like anytime a woman because men don't use it. Sorry. So this is Venus versus Mars topic tonight. But men don't really say you're a narcissist. Women use it a lot in the specific areas wherever I got cheated on, he was a narcissist. He loved himself more than me, he's a narcissist. He X, Y, and Z, he's a narcissist. And they just use it for every little fucking thing because it's a catchy thing or a keyword right now to you. So all right, so I'll just say it like this, man. The reason why I think I'm husband material is because, and this is going to sound the way, but it is what it is. I feel like I'm just like the most well-versed person that I know. And I feel like I'm everything. I feel like I have the abilities to embody everything. So that's like my blanket answer. Like I can go into like I'm funny, I'm this, I'm that. Like I feel like and this is not like always, or it's something that I worked on is what I would say. It's something that I built myself up to be.
Okay.
So that would be my blanket answer because I feel like I could be everything. Whatever you need me to be is what I would be.
That's cool.
So that's my answer.
Yeah. You can find common ground.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a good communicator. I'm empathetic to your emotions and all those kinds of things. Like I can do it.
Yeah.
So that's my answer, man.
That
All
works.
right. Now before we get into these questions and get heavy into the topic tonight, just the overall sentiment of men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Have you heard that growing up? Like, was it a
Absolutely.
thing? Do you believe in that? Is what I'm asking basically.
I mean, I'm not into like planets like that and like the stars, but knowing that there's a difference, I do believe that part, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay.
because y'all are different from us, you know. So yeah.
I believe we're different. I believe we're different. As I was diving into this topic, I just want to say that I learned something that I didn't know, and that's why I'm glad that we have this platform and we speak on these certain topics. Is that Venus is like way bigger than Mars, so it's like I don't know about all that.
We big dog.
I don't know about all that. What you doing over there?
Yeah.
But what I mean by that is it's sort of like parallels how we see things or how we experience life, because like how they say in Atlanta, like it's like however many women to men or whatever. So the size that Venus is compared to Mars is a parallel to what we're experiencing in regular everyday life. So that is
Okay. That's an interesting way to look at it.
right. So that is something that I learned just in that. Now, before we get into these questions, I have a video that I want to play. But before I play this video, I want people to have an open mind about what's being said in this video.
Yes, thank you for the disclaimer.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you for the disclaimer.
There's going to be some things said in this video that may touch your ribs, but I want you to be like, listen, not to be defensive, but listen to what they're saying. And then we'll, debate about it. You
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here it goes.
I don't think that men are unhappy. I just think that we are very disappointed in women and the production that we get from a lot of them. The more and more you think about it, women are just like terribly like disappointing. It's like that y'all don't live up to the hype of what a woman is. Like we hear, like growing up, we hear so much great thing about women and what they can do to your lifestyle and how they multiply. And then y'all just become like just hella disappointed. Y'all don't live up to y'all expectation of what y'all supposed to be. And it's not like that we unhappy because we love you and we'll persevere through this with you. But a lot of y'all, like you're not what I thought you was. Like you're not as good as promised.
In what way?
Every way, all the way.
A lot of ways.
See, well, that proves the point. Like y'all will suffer in silence.
Well, it's not
we're
suffering.
not suffering.
We're not suffering.
Well,
but you just not what we thought we was getting.
Are you gonna be able to express that to her?
Are you gonna change?
No.
So why?
Y'all don't think that men are silently?
So I feel like that's the same thing.
Well, I'll say
you are
this.
unhappy and you're silently accepting it.
We don't talk about it because you're not gonna fix it. Like generally, men don't vent. Why would we vent to someone that's not gonna change or do anything about it? So,
and neither do I want you to fix it if that's not your natural choice.
Yep.
Because I'm with you for you. I want you to be you. So a lot of shit like women crazy. How many times have niggas asked y'all to stop being crazy and y'all reply back, I ain't crazy.
Yeah,
You.
And then go crazy on the
problem was you then turned it back on me and then got crazier.
That's what he was saying.
I think women generally they vent to men and they just instead of asking us for what they want us to like read their fucking minds and fix it. And that's what it is. Y'all be like, y'all fucking vent this long. We gotta pick and choose like what we supposed to do about all this shit.
Yeah, I just think that a lot of y'all ain't who y'all say y'all are. But when we so locked in and invested with time, like you can't.
And like men is so simple, nigga. We don't even want a lot, nigga. We just want you to shut up and open your legs, like for the most part. Shit, give me some head or something. just that's so fucked up, but it is what it is. Like you don't gotta really do a fucking whole lot to make a dude happy.
A lot of women can deflate you as a man, bro. You know how like when you around your homies, like they can big you up and make you feel like a little better than what you is. Women got their energies, like they can suck the life out of you, dog.
But you talking about
it's not even intentional. It's just that like their spirit is just
You talking about it like regular conversation, like having a conversation about real
like,
shit.
Yeah, like a
Just
woman.
dealing
And
with
this,
the bitch from day to day, nigga. She just drain, and she don't even do it on purpose. It's just like, in your heart of hearts, you're not a good woman type
yeah,
shit.
like you could tell.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it was a lot said. I mean, what's up, CC? What's your thoughts?
All right. In no particular order.
Right.
I'm gonna try to keep it at like 2 or 3. For one, I think that women have an issue with meeting a certain statistical expectation based on their experience in life, based on their childhood, what they were taught, what they weren't taught, what they were shown, what they weren't shown. And a lot of times I think that women have the intention to be this great wife. Like we'll see the example, like we see the, all right, don't come for me, y'all, but we'll see like the Jada Smith, or we'll see just different wives with successful relationships. And most of the time it be at surface level. Because we'll see it on social media. We see it on TV. Y'all tell us about the good wives and, stuff like that. So we come in with the intention to be that, but not really possessing the necessities to be that.
Right.
We don't know how, So, and when he said, the other guy said that they'll tell the problem and then women expect for the man to fix it. That is a thing.
Right.
It really is, because when we don't have the direction or the support or the advice or anything, we are coming, we're hoping that our better half is going to help us. And a lot of times men don't know how to help.
Right.
They don't know how to help. So then you do have the problem of, what I'm gonna tell you for, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Well, maybe I need help, and maybe women don't know how to articulate that.
Right.
Like me personally, I could speak. I speak very well. You know what I'm saying? But I really have to be able to have the space, the safe space for me to like process it, think about it in 5 seconds or 2 seconds, and then get it out. Or if I don't have that, I'm better at a text or a letter. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just different things. And that's why it's important for people to get to know who they're dealing with before they start to commit in a relationship.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So
and men are not easy. Sorry. Y'all are not easy.
Y'all
be
easy.
having big expectations sometimes.
What's big about a meal here and there and some good loving?
It don't
what's
always
complicated?
wait. What's a little here and there?
What a little here and there. I don't like
A little here and there.
Listen,
What?
no, I'm saying most men don't expect their wife or their girlfriend to cook every day, 3 meals a day.
But there are men who do expect that.
Right. I'm talking about numbers wise. Most don't.
Okay.
Most don't. There is some men that do, but I would think that's only the mind frame of somebody who has somebody who's like a stay at home. Like, I take care of you. Now, if I take care of you and you don't work, then yeah, I would expect you to cook. You don't fucking work. I would expect you to cook 3 meals a day. But if you work, or if you're taking care of the kids, if you're doing things, then how could I expect for you to cook 3 meals a day every fucking day? So that's why I'm saying most men would not expect for you to cook 3 meals a day every day. The math don't even math in that.
Reach out to homie and tell him he need to change that to some men, most men, because when you just categorize just men are easy. No, you're not. You're not.
I would equate, if we're talking about dealing with a man or a woman, would you say that we're easier than a man having to deal with y'all?
I don't know.
Now we'll know. Now we'll know. Now we'll know. Now we'll know.
I only say that because I honestly personally just didn't have like a lot of relationships with guys. Like, none of them are really serious. So it's like I can only really speak on my experience, but my experience is I'm gonna keep my experience over here.
All right, so this is where I want to start with and what he was saying. So I can't like the way he worded it was just a little wild, but I'll try to break it down for y'all. I basically operate or move like by certain equations. So I do believe like in all the women that's on this panel, like they're specifically chosen. And that's why they're called the think tank, because I believe that all of y'all are great women. Like they were saying that there's not a lot of great women. I wouldn't say that. I think that the majority of women that I come across are great women. Where I think that they drop the ball is once, and this is the equation that I use, and you let me know if you agree with this or not. The longer a relationship goes, the more a woman expects or requires or wants from a man, and then the less she does.
It can happen.
So that's my basis or my equation to dealing with relationships. Like I know that going into it. So I believe that that's what happens. I don't believe that they're not great women. I believe that they get comfortable, just like they say how men get comfortable, whatever it may be, and they stop doing shit. But when they stop doing shit, they don't stop asking for shit. They still ask for shit when they have stopped doing shit. So that is
But I feel like that go the same both ways though. Like not necessarily with the entire change of men. Cause I mean, for one, women change like the fucking moon. We are always changing. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 cycles in a month. You know what I'm saying? Our body go through different things. We have children. We're forever changing. But sometimes we'll want more because the man will stop. The man will get comfortable too. He won't buy the flowers every Tuesday. He won't wake up or he won't give you a compliment, when you done dressed up and got cute and pretty and got your good smell on and everything. He stopped complimenting you. So now we want more because you're not giving what you were giving. So not only do I want you to like grow with me, because women do change. We change a lot. And even if you go into astrology, I love astrology. I love my sign. I'm a Libra. So I take pride, but I just know that with different signs, like there's different characteristics and we have different mind frames and just stuff. But I think it's the same both ways.
All right, so I'll explain it like this. It's always or often told to me that the honeymoon phase is not reality. And I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
I always want to stay in that space of the honeymoon phase or of that general thing where we're like loving on each other and doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. So most people that are in relationships or that are married, once they get out of said honeymoon phase is where people stop doing those things. And I like that you said earlier, I would like to go back to the things that, brought us together. But most people don't do that.
Yeah, they be drowned by all the bullshit that they go through in the relationship, getting to know each other, because everybody gonna have at least 4 arguments. Within the first 6 months, y'all are gonna have at least 4 disagreements. You know what I'm saying? So, they do. I think the honeymoon phase does fade out because it's like we put work in to get to marriage. Once we got to the marriage and the wedding and all of the anticipation is gone, like the honeymoon is great because now this is our not, well, I guess individual, but at our couple celebration, you know, or our union celebration. And then it's back to home. It's back to reality. Right. Reality hit like, yeah, you were supposed to be here at 11 o'clock. It's 11:01. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, damn, here I'm back to my real life and I don't even want to be here no more. But then you're kind of like forced to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's possible to stay in that phase. That's a conversation that could be talked about more, just so people can take their mind there. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's possible to stay in that phase, but I don't think people choose to stay in that phase. And I also don't like the false representation of people in that phase. Like, don't come over here being eccentric and being a certain way. Like, a lot of people are two different people from the time they meet you, like what they call their representatives or whatever, from the time that they meet you to the person that they are in a relationship. And it's just like, I fell in love with the person that I met, not this motherfucker that's over here in the relationship. So now you looking at me confused, and it's like, I'm still the same motherfucker. I didn't change.
Yeah.
So why do you get to walk off into the sun and do all of these changes, and then now I have to accept that? And that's what they were speaking of, saying that we just accept it at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because I never really, just from a personal and a woman's perspective, or just my perspective, like if it didn't serve me, I let it go. Okay. My ignore game is real strong. Like I could not respond. I won't answer. I won't do nothing. You'll get nothing. So, you know, as far as men just accepting it, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that men should, but y'all also got to have a support system. Where's the brotherhood? You know, because each man go through different experiences.
Right.
Y'all all go through different experiences.
There's no brotherhood. And this is also a thing where this is why we need our women even more than they know. We need our women even more than they know, because how y'all have a sisterhood and y'all talk to y'all friends and y'all sisters and X, Y, and Z about y'all feelings, we don't really do that. So that space for us is reserved with you. So now if we can't do that with you, then that's when a clusterfucks happen.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's like
I never thought about it like that either.
Right. And it's like we fall into those spaces of accepting it, not because we don't feel like, see how you just said, I'll just cut you off, serial killer shit. Remember I told y'all, Team SKU, Team SKU is in effect. Team SKU is in effect. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, for a man, if he loves you, yes, he'll accept that because he loves you, and now he's already here. Like, once I'm already here and I love you, I'm not just going to leave you because you're acting different.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
And that's what it is, man.
Hey, Tia.
That's what it is, man. But, whatever. Let us know if y'all have any questions before we get into our questions. Shout out to the Think Tank. They did send in their questions, man. Shout out to Tia. Shout out to Nina. Shout out to Baby Hairs. Skinny will be joining us shortly, I think. So just bear with us tonight, people. And if anybody has any questions or comments, put that in the chat or in the comment section.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Do you want to jump into your questions? Or you want to go to the group first?
Wait, what you mean to the group?
A couple of them sent me their questions.
Oh, the group's questions. Yeah, let's hear some of their questions first.
Okay. All right. The
Y'all got
first
good
question.
questions too.
Okay. The first question is, why do some men resist expanding their mindset in relationships and instead try to control their partner? For example, trying to force personal belief systems on them. Give it, I guess they're saying that gives a false sense of leadership. So, why do some men resist expanding their mindset in relationships and instead try to control their partner? I don't necessarily think that I do this personally, but I do see this a lot. So I'll say that my answer for that would be a lot of, what's up, Nina? I see you in the chat. A lot of men have control issues. Like that's the only way they know how to be in a relationship. Most men think that if they're not in control in a relationship, then they're not like the man of the relationship or some weird shit like that. It's like that's not a thing. Like that's not really a thing. You have to, like she said, you have to have more of an open mindset in that situation. Have you experienced a man not having an open mindset and then trying to control you?
Yes. I'm not gonna say who, but yes.
I can't.
Fucking annoying. Like, stop. Like, I think that sometimes men, they all right, so we go back to like the man of the house, the leader, the head of the house, and men are strong and men are, warriors. We can never be weak. And it's like, yeah, you're macho man. So having that mindset from young is like, oh, I gotta be in control.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like like I've seen men feel less than when they don't have a job.
Right.
They not working, they don't got no money in their pocket. So now they feel like they woman feel like she better than him or she's bigger than him because she making all the money. So yeah, he's gonna try to control a lot of men, not all men, but yeah, he's gonna try to control her, and make him or get to see it from my point, and that's just what it is. Like it sticks at what I said.
All right, I'll say that the reason that most, wrapping up that question, that most men do resist expanding their mindset and go to the control factor is they don't have like the emotional intelligence. They don't have just the know-how to navigate in certain situations. So that's why when we spoke last week about another part of relationships when it comes. Oh shit! I see Tia popping up. What's up, new mom? What's up, new mom?
What's up, Tia? Hey, boo.
What's up? I'm sorry, y'all. I got to be in the car with y'all.
It's okay.
You good? You good? What is your answer on? Have you experienced men not having an open mindset and being controlling in a relationship?
Oh, child. Listen, I feel like that's an insecurity.
Okay, I agree with that.
Because in my experience with that, the guy was and in order for him to not feel, I guess, that way, he
Wait,
was like
Tia,
very
can you
controlling.
repeat that because your phone clicked in and out?
Oh, it might have been when I
Yeah,
set up the charger. Y'all can
it
hear
went
me?
to the jaw. Go ahead. We can hear you
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Yeah, so in my experience, when I had dealt with like control issues with the person I was with, it was more so like he had a lot of insecurities. So in order for him to not feel that way, he tried to be in control of a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I feel like that's an insecurity. Because like, what are you trying to control the situation for? Or anything? Or why are you trying to control me? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I was saying that most men do that because that's the only way they know how to like be the man in a relationship. They don't have the know-how to navigate if they're not in control.
But why is that? But why does that equate to being the man or being a man?
I just said that don't really make no sense, but in their mind it does. It's like like she's saying, like Nina was saying in the question, their mind is not open enough to know that they don't have to be in control to be the man in a relationship all the time.
Right.
Like once
So that comes with not knowing how too.
Right.
They don't know how.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They don't know how. But what people should realize is that if you're a man, you're a man. What the fuck? We don't have to like you could never be like, can't nobody never say you're not the man in a relationship if you're a man. You're a man. It don't need to go no farther than that.
Yeah, cause no.
I mean, just be a
Nah,
man
see,
is what I'm
because we
saying.
can't like
Look,
you're
CC.
a man, so that means that he has. It's like you got duties.
Right.
Just like you're the woman in the relationship, y'all make sure to say we have duties.
Oh, I
We
don't
got
believe in those. I don't believe in those rules.
in the gender roles. Yeah, but there are a lot of people, more than none, that do believe in gender roles. So just saying you're a man, so you're the man. In the relationship, it's like, well, wait a minute,
what I'm
slow down,
saying is,
because you ain't even smart enough to really know how to handle me as a woman. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is, as Tia said about him being insecure, I'm speaking to that part of it.
Okay.
So you shouldn't be your manhood should never be questioned in a relationship. You're the only man in a relationship. How is your manhood being questioned?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking to those specific insecurities. I'm not saying he's not supposed to do certain things or be a man or whatever. I'm talking about his mindset. I'm talking about his mindset.
I also feel like the way that parents raise their men or boys as opposed to raising their girls, it's a difference. Like so that's why this idea of what a man is supposed to be or not supposed to be, it starts from when they're boys. Like it honestly does, because when we're talking to girls and we're talking to boys, we're saying different things, like completely different things. So I think that plays a huge part too.
Right. And also all the way around the board, neither men or women are being taught these things as they're being raised. So these expectations are being placed on men and women, and nobody was taught none of the shit that we're expected to do.
Yeah.
That's true. Because honestly, when we talk about even like, let's talk about how when you are talking to a male, as opposed to a female, when you're talking to them about dating, that's a totally different conversation.
Right.
Totally different conversation.
Right.
And that's crazy. I mean, I know we're different, but like certain stuff should still be of importance on both sides, and that's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I said
now. Shoot.
That's why I said I don't always like agree with the gender roles, because both parties should be like, it should be a thing for everybody.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, your relationship or whatever you're dealing with, when you're dealing, whether it's a friendship or whatever, it's whatever you good with. Like my role in my household is different from what your role is in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's different. So if that works for you, it works for you. It might not work for me though, but that ain't my man. So I don't care.
Right. That's why I said it should be catered specifically to each specific situation, because those roles are like for when it was 1950 or whatever. Like, we're not living in that era anymore.
Right. Like, no.
Like we're not. So it's like, if you as a woman or both of y'all as women, we can't expect for y'all to do all the household shit, all the shit with the kids and X, Y, and Z. If y'all got jobs, that's what I was saying earlier. Like those things should be thrown out.
Yeah.
Or at least revised.
Yeah. It depends on everybody's situation though. Some people still live like that and be like, it's cool.
Facts.
It ain't gonna work for me though. Not when I be at work too, and I'm working and running a business and treating child. No, we both gonna do this work in this house. You gonna
Right.
cook. If you can't cook, you better microwave, bitch. Something, but
That's a
I
fact.
better the same way I worry about you eating, you need to be worrying about me. Like that's crazy.
Mhm.
All right, I
Or
gotta.
order out. You know what I like. You know
That's
I
a
don't want
fact.
no onions or tomatoes. Order it.
Right.
I hate onions to you, so I hate onions too. Salute,
Yeah.
salute on that because I hate onions too. All right, I want to ask both of y'all a question, and then we'll get on to the other questions. Why do women feel like they can? Because I always feel like women always operate off their emotions. That's my main thing, and I love y'all to death, but that's my main issue with y'all. That everything y'all do is operated off of emotions. So why is it that? That's why I like the sentiment. You should still kiss me when you're mad and things of that nature, because I don't feel like you should be able to do certain things because you're moody, basically.
Well, it ain't my damn fault.
It's not your fault,
Like if we
but
really
handle
talking,
it.
it's honestly, I don't. As women, we don't be in control of that. Like you think we
Right,
want to be moody, you think we want to be
right,
in pain, you think we want to go through depression, postpartum. Like we don't ask for this. You better ask the
right.
creator. I don't know what to tell you.
Nobody wants to be in that mind
But
frame,
we
but
are wired to
it's
be
also not.
emotional.
It's all. I'm cool with y'all being
Okay.
emotional. What I'm saying is, it's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Right.
But it is sometimes.
But it is no
Sometimes it
time.
is.
It is.
I'm not gonna say
It really
all the
is.
time. I'm not gonna say all the time because some people do use it as a crutch.
Right.
Right.
But solid women, thorough women, they don't always do that. But we don't be in control all the time. Sometimes we the same way you trying to figure out what's wrong. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong too.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm feeling like this.
Right.
Sometimes I really don't know, but that's because we have these hormonal issues that we are not in control of.
But my problem.
Everything that we go through that y'all don't go through, we wish
Right.
we did not go through that.
Right. My problem is in that particular space. You
Okay.
didn't talk to me about it.
Okay.
That's my problem. That's my problem with it. Like I'm cool with all the others, all the outside, but why don't you like talk to me? Why don't you express that to me? Like I always said before, like I'm a person who, if you're my person, I'm gonna always like be grabbing on your breast and shit. Like that's just my natural thing. Like, but if you're sore or something like that, you have to tell me. Like I'm not gonna just know that. You got to tell me.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
what I'm saying. Why?
Well, you don't deal with you don't date women that communicate effectively. So I don't know. You might have to
Right. That's
figure
what
out
that's.
what you doing wrong to keep picking these same females that don't actually do
That was
right.
me.
Okay?
That was me and my picker. That was me and my picker.
Listen, if everybody is the same, you're the common denominator. I
No,
don't know what to tell you.
that's women, Tia. That's
I'm a
women.
great communicator. I don't know.
So you
But
go ahead.
I get it. I get it. Cause a lot of times, as far as the communication is concerned, with just telling y'all, sometimes women don't know how to speak about it, or maybe they have experience telling their man like this is what's going on with me, and he just brush it off and don't give a fuck. So then it's like, well, I'm not going to tell you because you don't even take into consideration what I'm telling you. And sometimes that's looked at like, well, because you're a man and I'm a woman, or you're a woman, I'm a man, so I don't get it. But that doesn't mean that conversation shouldn't be had. And then two, it depends on people's situation. Because a woman could come from a household where she didn't have a voice. So now dealing with a relationship, she don't know how to voice what she's saying or what she's thinking or what she's feeling. She may just be lashing out, which is a lack of emotional intelligence. And, that happens a lot. And again, all of that stems from the root of where you come from. Because if you don't get the foundation, then you're not going to have the foundation, which means you're not going to be able to stand in the foundation in your relationship.
I also agree that that is a great teaching point or teaching space. Like
Absolutely.
that is a great space to start communicating. That is a great space for your person to let you know I need you to communicate these things with me. And people always say, I'm not teaching nobody, no grown person, nothing. It's like you can't do that.
Yeah. Not in
Well, I'm
this
not
day and
teaching.
age.
Well, I'm not teaching a grown person who don't want to learn. I think when we say that, it's because
Yes.
we're talking about people who just like, man, it's me. Like,
Right.
I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
But if a person is open to have that dialogue and willing to grow, yeah, I'm
Right.
going. Yeah, I'm going. Because at the end of the day, you teach people how to treat you, and that's with
Yes.
anything.
Right.
So if you love somebody and you want to work it out or whatever, yes, and both of y'all willing to make those sacrifices and grow with each other, then yeah, but we ain't talking about I'm not teaching you to put the damn seat down. Like, we talking about stuff like that.
Right.
But if it's something
The
that's like
fundamentals.
Wait a minute.
you
It's
know?
fundamental to y'all. It's not fundamental to
Well, I
everybody.
mean, yeah, but
Well, come
that's a
on now.
given.
That's an easy
That's
fix.
not a
given.
given. That's not a given. That's not a given.
How?
Because
You don't never be around no women that you can't put the seat down.
right, you might not have.
Now,
Y'all be giving people too much credit. Y'all be giving people too much
I
credit.
mean, you're right, T. You're right.
Because say it's a man who grew up with his father and they never had to fucking put the fucking seat down.
You're
So
right.
and he never lived with a woman, so it was never a thing. There is going to be
Okay, well, if I
instances.
tell you, I'm not going to keep telling you over and over. That's an easy fix.
All right,
Right.
that part is different. That part is
That's
different.
what
There
I
it is.
mean by like, all right, I'm going to definitely give you a chance to, like, I'm going to say, okay, you, like, I don't want to keep falling in the toilet. And what if we have a daughter and your daughter falls in the toilet? Like, you got to paint the picture.
Right.
But I'm not going to keep telling you this over and over and over like a child. That's what you have to do with a child for them to learn. You have to
Yes.
tell them stuff constantly. I'm not doing that.
I
That's crazy.
I agree. All right, I want to ask you, Tia. So, what is your response when the guy says, "This is me"?
My response is definitely going to be and okay, I might not snap right then and there, but I might be like, all right, red flag, number one. Right. Number two, depending on the context of the conversation, okay, well, that's you, and this is me blocking you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not blocking you.
It could be. I don't know. I'm giving you scenarios. That's my response. There's a lot of responses depending on the situation. But I'm gonna ask the question, like, so you're not willing, like, this is. So what if this is a deal breaker for me? I'm going to ask that question. So what if this is a deal breaker for you? Are you willing to change? Like, and why do you feel like you can't change this? Like, I'm going to ask a lot of questions. Because sometimes you got to ask questions for somebody to realize how stupid they sound.
That's a fact.
Depending on what the situation is, it could be something small, you know? But you're not going to say to me, oh, I cheated on you because that's just me. And I'm going to be like, okay, no.
Right.
This is me. Okay, this is me leaving too.
See, before we get to the leaving part, serial killer number 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do that this week. I forgot.
Before we get to the leaving part, I want to say, why can't we just say, all right, that might be you, but it's not just you by yourself anymore. Now it's the you and me part. Now we have to find a compromise. Why can't we go there instead of saying, I'm out and I blocked this nigga?
I said I'm going to ask the questions to get to the root of the problem. Right. And we want to find, like you said, a compromise.
Right.
CT, you like to ask questions that could literally go anywhere. I need a cut and dry. This is the scenario type of question from you sometimes, because there's too much room for my mind to wander.
That's the place where I love to be. I love to have your mind wander because in anything as we go out through life, it's not always going to be a direct line. Life is not always going to be that. Sometimes we're going to have to work our way through it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. But sometimes I need scenarios from you so I can give you.
All right, I'll get scenarios. I'll give scenarios. That's why I said you ain't just have to block the nigga.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's a scenario right there.
No, I'm definitely no, but seriously, even though I'm hurt and like kind of crazy right now, ultimately, I am a very like good person in a relationship to offer or suggest compromising, because I think that's very important. Not compromising self or like dimming your light or anything, but like coming to a common agreement, because you're not going to always agree on things. I think that's very important in a relationship. So I am definitely open to that, because some battles you don't need to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some stuff you could just be like, all right, that's just gonna be something. Like when I was in a relationship with this one guy, like I didn't like the way he did dishes. To me, he did not clean dishes the way that I wanted him to clean dishes. I'm not gonna keep arguing. I'm just gonna do the dishes. Right?
See?
I'm not gonna do them all the time.
Why we not doing the dishes together?
Them.
Why we not doing the dishes together though, Tia?
Huh?
Why we can't do the dishes together? Why you can't show me?
You're 42. I'm not. What?
And then it's annoying after a while. Like, damn, I done told you 4 or 5 times how to do it. I don't even want, like, move, get out the kitchen. Get out.
And, and that's the thing. Like, and I appreciate you still doing it. It's just not like how I want it. It's not like they be still dirty, but it's just like, I like it the way I like it. I'm not going to argue with you because you don't wash dishes the way that I wash dishes. I'm just not going to do that. So I'm just going to not fight that battle and just be like, it's cool, babe, I got it. But I know he's going to handle other things, so that's not going to be a fight. That's just to me, that's dumb. You know,
and that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that you made that a point to where as though you could just say, I like the way I do this a certain way, so I'll just do this and you just do the other shit. And that's the point. And most people will stay in that fight, and that's the problem. Get out of that fucking fight. That fight ain't even worth it.
You gotta let people have it sometimes.
That fight ain't even worth it. Go ahead, CNoStress. Ask one of your questions.
Okay. This is a good one. Why do some men act like their woman is supposed to fulfill the duties of their mother?
Oh, child.
First of all, you're not gonna be old child from the dark side.
I'm sorry.
You good? I'll just fuck with you. But so what does that mean? I want to be like Tia now. What does that mean? Are you saying that he wants you to be his mother?
Some men treat their women like their mom. Like shit that they mom do, which you learn over time. Like, oh, this what his mama did, and this how he like it because this what his mama did. And knowing too the mama's boys. Like now that off the back, when it's time for us to go meet your mama, for me to meet your mama, and I see how you are with your mama, then I know that's like you a mama's boy.
Y'all like mama's boys?
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
No.
I was about to say mama's boys is not good.
No, they're not. Because they hold their women to a certain expectation, and it's like your mom is her own individual. She did what she wanted to do with you because that's what she wanted to do. Right. Now you're in a whole different experience with a person that you're just now meeting for the first time at 22, 25. And I don't like, nah. I don't do stuff the way your mama do stuff. Oh, my mama do it like this, or my mom always did that. Like nobody gives a shit what your mom did.
Right.
You want to talk about it like that? No, don't even talk to your mama because she ain't gonna give you the right advice.
Don't even talk to your mom as well.
But yeah, there are some men that hold their women to a high standard as they would their mom, or like, a certain expectation.
Right.
I think I agree, but also women do that with their dads too.
Facts.
So I think it's
I
feel like that. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, and I also like I'm trying to, now that you said that, I'm trying to figure out like what is the, like, how do you not have them have that standard? Because I got a son now. So how am I supposed to teach him, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things. Like I want him to have a standard though, but I don't want him to
You gotta know. You gotta.
Like, how
You
do
got.
you not do that?
You gotta understand where to cut the cord. So it's
Yeah.
like I know certain moms who baby their sons until they like 30 and shit. And it's like, yo,
Yeah.
he's 30. Cut the fucking cord already. So it's like you have to understand when what instances it is like I'm babying him, or what instances I have to let him be a man. Like I have to let him be, those things. Like those things are like circumstantial. So it's like depending on the scenario, certain
Hold on.
times
Yeah,
certain
I'm
times you
gonna
just gotta
just
know when
mute.
to cut the cord.
I'm listening. I'm gonna just mute myself. Okay.
All right. Yeah, certain times you just gotta know when to cut the cord. And not baby him. So he'll be able to learn and be a man. As far as your question though, CC, I want to ask, do you, and I wish all the rest of the ladies were here, but y'all can also answer in the chat. Do women like vet guys on their past experience? Like when you meet and you start talking to somebody and you like somebody, like do you ask them like how many relationships you had? Because that's important to where as though people's experience. So it's like if a nigga only dealt with like he never really had a serious girlfriend, and he like dealt with girls here and there, all those things that you're talking about that he looked for, that his mom used to do for him, yeah, he's going to expect that because he never had a girlfriend who told him, nigga, get the fuck out of here, I'm not your mama. He never had that. So is that a thing to where as though you're inquiring or you're asking, like, what is his past? Like, what does his resume look like?
Yeah. I know I have, because I want to know and who I'm dealing with. Like I have my own expectations, and I'm asking questions because if I don't, my expectation is for you not to cheat, then I need to know, like, are you a cheater? You know what I'm saying? Like how did your last relationship end? Nowadays it's like you gotta ask what your mama, your parents relationship look like, because it might not have been healthy,
Right, but I'm talking about just in the experience of me and my last girlfriend. She did X, Y, and Z. Is that anything that you care about? How she treated him?
I'm gonna say for myself, yeah, because I could do it better. So I know that was so ironic, but yeah, let me see what type of time y'all was on, because I got her. You know what I'm saying? You over here now. She's an ex for a reason. Yeah. I do, or I have.
Okay. Tia, did you hear the question? I want to know if the women, y'all can answer in the chat as well. Are you asking the person that you're getting to know, or your current boyfriend, whatever it may be, are you asking him his past experience, like how the last girl treated him, or like how many serious relationships he's been in? Because that is an indication on what he's going to expect from you, and then that is where you have the conversation of, I'm not her. What me and you are doing is different.
Right. So the question was, do I ask questions about the exes?
Right. Like just in general, because
I think it's important a little bit.
Right.
I don't need to know all details, but I do want to know something, because people like to lie, and when we think about our relationship history, it do be a pattern a little bit. Right. So I kind of want to see, because just part of the conversation. I just don't ask too much details, but I'm gonna ask some questions. Like, come on here, especially if y'all have kids and stuff, because obviously I'm probably going to have some type of interaction with them.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's important for y'all to vet the guys, because a lot of times y'all assume that this person is X, Y, and Z, 42 years old, and that he's done these things and he should be experienced and he should know this and this and that. But he might have never had a girlfriend in his whole fucking life. You may be his first girlfriend.
It go the same for y'all too, though.
Exactly. I'm always
Yeah,
asking
because
fucking
we're not
questions. I
gonna
don't give a
forget that
fuck.
men are from Mars and women are from Venus. It go the same for y'all too.
Right.
Because even in the times of men vetting us and maybe vetting us so they could show up how we want them to show up, even if it's fake, they're asking these questions and getting to know us. And it's the same for men because like what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with, what areas you can help in or what areas you need to fall back in, or you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's the same for men too. Y'all gotta vet y'all women too and choose wisely. And even if you're not gonna choose wisely, make sure you got some gems to let that girl know something so she get a piece of some type of knowledge, or you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a fact. I just want to say that anytime you're asking a person who's supposed to be your person questions and they don't want to answer your questions, that should obviously be a red flag. And that should obviously be a sign that they haven't healed or they have certain traumas or certain insecurities, X, Y, and Z, because you're asking people simple fucking questions. It could be like, yo, do you believe in love? And the nigga could be like, why the fuck did you ask me that? Why are you responding like that?
Right.
What is love? Like, what that is?
Like I asked you a simple fucking question. Like, why are we going there?
Exactly.
So that is a huge flag. I'll go to one of Nina's questions. Let me see. Oh, Tia, did you have a question you want to add?
Yes, I did have a question. My question is why. Let me know if y'all talked about this already. But why men don't leave?
Oh shit.
we kind of did a little bit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I want to know why, and you better answer.
I will answer.
T, because why? Yeah, why don't men? Because you can literally be in a relationship, you unhappy or whatever, and you step out, you do whatever, y'all. But y'all not gonna leave. Women leave relationships way more than men do.
That's a fact, and you know why that is, Tia?
Why?
That's because I love you. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple.
It's not that simple.
Yes, it is. Men
not.
Don't. Yes, it is, because men don't just leave you when they love you. Like they don't.
Yeah,
it's
but
y'all like they'll do other shit and they'll be wilding out before they leave. It's because I don't want to leave you. I don't want to part from you. That's the thing that y'all don't realize. It's like if a man doesn't leave, it's because he doesn't want to.
But here's my thing though. Like you said, they might wild out or whatever because they don't want to leave. Do you feel like men do
Nina,
certain
bring
things?
your ass. I'm talking shit in the chat. Go ahead. See.
Do you feel like men do certain things so that way we will leave them because they're not going to leave?
Yeah, that happens. That happens, but it's also.
So what we gonna call that? Because I feel like that's some punk activity.
I think that's some immature shit.
Okay.
I think that's some immature shit. And it's like, yeah, you could say it's some punk shit. It's some bitch ass shit. You could say that's some bitch ass shit. But what I will ask is this: why is he doing? Like, why is he unhappy?
I don't know. Oh, you want me to give a scenario?
Yeah. You miss scenario. Yeah, miss scenario.
Okay. I mean, okay. I'm trying not to be so bitter. Oh no, God.
Do your thing.
It could be
good
like
for you, Tia.
what if it's just like he just not happy with you anymore? Like he bored with you and he just likes somebody else or something, like somebody else piqued his attention. Or
all right, I'm glad that we're here now. I'm glad that we are here now. All right, so there's a age-old thing of it ain't no pussy like new pussy, right? And I think that I don't believe that. Like I probably believed that when I was a young boy, but I don't believe that anymore. I don't think it's the actual action of it. I think it's just the attention. So a lot of times the nigga just wants some attention and you're not giving it to him. So he don't want to leave you. He just wants some attention. That's all. And that could also be like viewed as childish, but a man still wants to feel like he still needs his ego fed from a woman.
So what about, okay, so I guess it's just like no matter what, they just don't want to leave. But what if you're just unhappy? Like the girl is just like, she don't want to do nothing. She don't want to, like, I'm talking about nothing. Like, don't want to better herself. Don't want to do nothing around the house. I mean, I'm talking about like full blown, like y'all barely even speak.
Right.
Why do you not leave?
I'm telling you.
Love them?
Yes. Listen, this is why I always try. This is why I call y'all serial killers, because y'all always act like women love deeper than men, and that's not always true. Because y'all will quickly leave the nigga when the nigga is staying because he fucking loves your ass. No matter if you ain't doing shit, no matter if you ain't talking to him, no matter all these things is going on, he still ain't leave you. Yeah, he might have stepped out and did some shit, but he ain't gonna never leave you because he loves you the most. He just wants more. He just wants attention. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It all boils down to him wanting attention.
Taught y'all this? Who taught y'all that?
I don't know.
Somebody had to teach y'all that, because the same way how we're taught, baby, love ain't enough. Da 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 da.
Oh no, we're not talking
these conversations with y'all.
Yeah, we're not. It's not even a conversation. It's just like if you meet somebody and you love them, they gonna have to like damn near kill you for you to leave them.
That's so interesting.
And so that's a man thing.
Right.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, because I know a couple men like that.
Right.
I know a lot.
Right.
You're
gonna have to damn near kill that nigga for him to leave you.
I don't even remember the last time I seen somebody that really like was like, I'm done. Like seen a guy that was like, I'm done. I'm leaving her. It's been a while. I don't know nobody in my life right now. I don't know nobody. No man that's really left. Like the woman, even though they were going through a crazy relationship, marriage, or whatever, the woman left. The woman left every time.
This is what I'm about to ask you, Tia. All right, so in that scenario where you said the woman, they're not speaking to X, Y, and Z, and she's not doing nothing, why don't people ever say, why didn't the woman leave?
No, I'm not. I say that all the time.
She there, she don't want to do shit. She ain't talking to the nigga. All these things is going on, but she ain't lead a nigga either.
Well, in that aspect, in that scenario that I was thinking about, somebody that I knew, that person, she was reaping the benefits.
Right.
So in that case,
stability.
Of course, yeah, and that could be for the man or the woman. So, but I want to say that to everybody. Man, I'm pro breakup. I am.
We know. We know.
Pro breakup.
That was before I got my heart broken, though.
I know.
I'm serious. I was always pro breakup because I feel like a lot of people, and even though I asked a question about men, a lot of people in general do stay longer than when they should. And people, and a lot of people get hurt, including kids. And that's where I have a problem. When kids are involved, I don't like no back and forth with no kids, putting no kids through no ringer. I don't like that at all because adults are very selfish in that aspect, and they use kids as pawns. So when they got kids, I'm like, leave her, leave him. Like, I do not play that. I've always been that way. If y'all are not happy, it's okay. Like, I'm cool with one of my exes. We was together for 7 years. That's still my friend to this day. Been apart, like, cool with all my other exes and all that. Like, because we knew, like, it's okay if it didn't work. Like, it's okay. You can move on. And I think people feel like, oh, we put in all this time. Oh, we got kids. That don't mean nothing. That does not mean anything. If this is a toxic environment and y'all are not working, because people can be two great people, just in general, but together it does not work, and that's okay. It's okay. Move on. If a lot of people was to move on earlier than when they do, people, it wouldn't be so toxic.
I agree with that.
It ain't working.
I agree with that, but the same thing that you're saying is the same reason. It's because we grow up watching toxic shit. We grow up watching toxic relationships, so that's what we know. That shit is normal to us. We don't think about it and the fact that I need to leave this fucking toxic relationship. We look at that shit like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
That's
We even
why
see it in
therapy is
movies.
important, you know?
Therapy is extremely important. I just think that's fucking self work though. Like,
It
get your
is.
fucking ass out of that
It
toxic
is because
relationship.
you can go to therapy all day long. You can still be lying to your therapist. So
Right,
you're right.
right.
You're
Yeah,
right.
get out of that toxic relationship, man. Stop being toxic, people. Stop being toxic, man.
Yeah.
All right. I'll read another one of Nina's questions. One of y'all got another question? Let me see what's going on.
I did, but I don't remember right now. But go ahead.
I do.
Go ahead,
Why
sis.
do men feel like emotional support is not a big plate on the table from women?
You mean men need to be more emotionally supportive?
No, men should make being um men should make having emotional support from their woman as something that a woman brings to the table,
Mm.
because not every woman
Right.
has the emotional intelligence to bring emotional support to the table. And then it gets mixed up like, oh, somebody to talk to, I can go find a therapist, or I don't talk about it, because y'all
Oh,
will
I would
harbor
love
y'all
that.
feelings.
I would love that. I would love that to have a partner who's emotionally supportive. I think that
Right.
that's just something that people are not used to, so they don't exactly know what it is, or they might not feel safe in that space. But I think that that should be appreciated, and
Okay.
that should be valued.
Yeah.
And a lot of men might be on their machismo shit, like I don't fucking need nobody to talk. They might be on that, but that's stupid.
Yeah.
I think that that's stupid.
Yeah. That's my question, because having an emotional support system from your woman, that is a huge quality.
That's a fact.
It's very big.
That's a fact. And I'll speak to, because Tia spoke about this before, and there is a thing where people are in relationships, but they're not friends. So that's not a thing. So they don't look at you as a person that I could like talk to you as a friend. They only looking at you on a relationship side of it. They're not looking at you as a friend. So when a person is in that space and they don't appreciate that you're emotionally supportive for them, it's because they don't put you in that role. Like they don't value you in that way. Like they might not even be friends with you. They're in a relationship with you, but they're not friends with you. And a
Yeah.
lot of times people don't know that that's where they are.
Yeah. That's why y'all need to
I
stop.
also feel. Huh?
Go ahead, Tia. What you were saying?
CC.
Oh, I was just
Oh,
saying
me.
we need that's why they need to stop just rushing to be in these relationships,
Right.
and really take the time out to get to know one another, and have conversations, asking the hard questions, so you get those hard truths. Whether you gonna proceed or not, you still get the honesty from the person that you potentially want to deal with.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that whole friendship thing is not even viewed enough. Or like when people
Yeah.
meet each other, it's just like, do I like you and do you like me?
Right.
Right.
Like nobody builds a friendship. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
because
also
it's not gonna
In that
always be
first week.
intimacy.
right.
It's like you
Mm-hmm.
can't be intimate with your partner all day, every day. So then, what do you have if you don't
Right.
have any type of
Right.
friendship? What are y'all going to talk about? What y'all going, like on the downtime or whatever? Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all
Right.
both just on your phones in different rooms or in the same room, but not talking to each other? That's
Right.
weird.
Also,
Very much.
I've also seen ladies, and I don't know if y'all have experienced this or noticed this. I've also seen where we were friends, but now that we're in a relationship, you don't want to be friends in that way. Like I can't talk to you how I used to talk to you. I don't know if y'all have seen or experienced that.
Yeah, I have, and I've had to step back and like really say, listen, I'm gonna say this to you as a friend, because when you are looking at situations from a companion aspect, it's hard to see what their truth is. But it's like, wait a minute, you feel like this, or you maybe even experience something that you ain't talked to me about, in the first 6 months or first 2 years or whatever. And then it's like, well, damn, like now you talk about it. Do I contribute to that? And that's a part of where that safe space is for both men and women. It's important to have that safe space with your partner. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to pull away from, this is my person, and I'm going to see them outside of them being my person and see them as a human being.
Right.
See them, like as if I did in the first dates. Yeah. So I've definitely had to like tell myself, Ciara, you got to go back to knowing that that's your friend.
Have you seen that side of it, Tia?
Personally, no, I haven't seen that.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen and I've experienced that where we started out as friends and now it's like you can't say certain shit to me now because now you my girl and shit. So it's like now on the shit we used to joke and play about, now you feel some type of way about.
Right. Now you're taking it serious. Like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. This ain't who I signed up for come in. Like, what?
Right.
Yeah, because now I don't even like you. I like
Right.
you. Like, you was fun,
Straight
now you
up.
corny as hell. Like, get out of here, girl.
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. I really want to Nina's questions real quick. As we gonna wrap up soon. This says when the majority of women go through heartbreak, we come out on the other end with a glow up. Meanwhile, men become bitter and miserable. It says they allow it to become an emotional hard stop. Why do they allow it to become an emotional hard stop? What does it take for a man to go through a glow up from art, and it takes for him to see homelessness and humiliation? Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a good one.
Nina,
that's a good one.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot, Miss Nina.
How did nigga get homeless? He just had a breakup. He homeless too? Damn. Crazy. He lost his girl, his house, his car too. What happened?
He don't got no dog no more.
See, that come from last week when they said they didn't believe in prenups. That's what happened when you don't have a prenup. Now you homeless. Now you homeless. That's why you needed the prenup, dog. That's why you needed a prenup. All right. So when the majority of women go through heartbreak, I think that that could go either sex though. I think either sex come out bitter. I don't think women always come out with a glow up.
They don't come out with a glow up immediately. Sure. But it happens over time.
Some of them be bitter for the rest of their fucking lives too.
I think men. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that can go both.
I said that's
with
both.
Men and women. I don't think that's a gender thing.
Yeah, I think that's both.
Because it's all about how you handle adversity, obstacles,
right.
Your emotional intelligence. That's human. That's a human thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But I can see where that will be a question, because I've seen a lot of men be dead ass butt hurt when they woman leave, and it's hard for them to even get over this woman or to move forward in a healthy way. So like the woman's glow up is not necessarily like the appearance wise. Sometimes when a woman has left the relationship, she left for a reason. There was something in that relationship that was not serving her. So she had to get the hell on. That could come from just different areas. But to me, I've seen more men be hurt and kind of like crumble and go into a fucking nutshell and just, or a cocoon, just go into a cocoon and stay away from the world. And he's bitter as hell now because this woman did XYZ. And it's like, bruh, I mean, it happened, it hurt. It's okay. Shit gonna happen. You still alive. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to move forward. You see this? You see her? She done got the hell on and she living life real good. She ain't even worried about you.
I think that
So
comes.
yeah, that was a good question too, Nina.
Go ahead, Tia. What you about to say?
Okay. So when we put it in everything that we were just talking about, they probably butthurt and upset because they the ones that got left.
Right.
They don't do the leaving.
Right.
We do the leaving, so it's easier for us to be like, okay, yeah, because we already didn't put this plan in motion, first of all, for me to leave. Y'all mad because y'all should have left. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
If y'all do the leaving,
that is
y'all
a
gonna
good
go up.
point.
You know what I'm saying?
I kid.
That's a good point.
I think that
That's
comes.
probably why. Because
I
that's
think that comes
humiliating. That's a lot of things. Like, oh, my girl left me. You ain't even like that hoe. You know what I'm saying? The ego was broken. It really ties. This a good conversation, y'all.
It is. Let's talk about it. Clock it, girl. Yes.
We tying it
It
up,
really
y'all.
is.
I kid. I think that comes from that sentiment where people say the man can cheat with like 100 women, and then once his girl cheat with one dude, he be fucked up.
He is in the hospital bed, dead, out of there.
And that's an ego play. Like that's an ego and a pride play, because it's like, yeah, I was doing X, Y, and Z, but no, they in their mind, like they thought nobody could touch my girl. And that's like a huge mistake that men make. That's a huge mistake that men make. Thinking that nobody can touch their girl, especially when they out doing like 100 different things. I always live by the rule of don't be a hypocrite. Like, don't be a hypocrite. If you know you was doing X, Y, and Z, you have to handle that on the reverse end. You can't be a hypocrite and like be all in your feelings because she messed with one dude when you was messing with all these chicks. That is just ridiculous. But men have that pride and ego thing. Like they feel like my possession, and that's why I'm against possession as well. Like I don't like that possession shit. I don't like when people like, no, you mines. No, I own you. That's mine. I don't like that shit because no, the fuck it ain't. It's no, the fuck it ain't. It's just not. This is not. No, the fucking ain't. So
yeah,
that's what that is. I think that's just men's pride and ego. Just men's pride and ego. That's what I think that is. All right, people. Does anybody have any last questions or comments? Tia, I think you said you had a question. Does anybody have any last questions or comments?
I think we should do a part 2.
Yeah, we need to do a part 2 with the whole crew. Shout out to Nina. Shout out to Baby Hairs. Shout out to my man Skinny P, man. What's up, people? We'll definitely do a part 2 to this. Y'all put y'all questions in the chat in the comment section. You good? You good, Tia? Tia out there hustling, y'all.
Yeah. Pushing product, period.
Thank you for checking us out on EYJ.
That's my little cousin.
Thank you for
hey boo, hey Jelon.
Thank you for checking us out. I guess I'll leave this at that, man. I'll say, as far as men are from Mars and women are from Venus, I don't agree with you, CC, as far as men being complicated, because I don't think that men are complicated. We are a simple creature, or most of us are simple creatures. I just think that people, the consistency on both sides probably is where we always going to bump heads. And yeah, women move by emotions, and we're going to have differences just because we're not built the same. And men, move by their logic or whatever their shit is. That's always going to be a thing. But we have to remember, if we're going to be one, then we have to work as one. We can't just say that we're going to be one and then be moving separately. We have to join those together. That's what I'll say, man. Any last words, ladies?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say we definitely need to have a part 2, because what you just said, my best friend's, she had a question, and her question was, it was something along the lines of why do men think that basically like logical thinking is better, or whatever, however she worded it, over emotional thinking.
Are they serious right now?
Huh?
Is that a serious question?
I'm not. Look, don't quote me. Okay, don't quote me. But it was along the lines of that. And like a part of her example was like they tell you to go with your intuition or go with that gut feeling, versus men saying, well, logically this don't look like this, but then because y'all went off of logic instead of feeling, y'all got us in a fucked up situation.
But
and
also,
not saying that's all the time, but like it happens.
Right. But more or less it's happened because you made an emotional decision because you were mad and you weren't thinking clearly. When if you were thinking clearly and using logic, you wouldn't have made that decision out of emotion. It's just like last week we talked about prenups, and it was like, prenups mean you thinking about divorce, and I was like, no, it's just you're protecting yourself. You're not thinking. It's not you saying that prenups is bad. That's emotional thinking. That's an emotional thought. That's not a logical thought. If somebody,
right, but what about when it's not a well, I mean, I guess according to the subject, but what about when it's not like a angry type of situation? What if it's really like, listen, my gut is really telling me we should not go here. Something is telling me we shouldn't go. But then you say, well, it's 9 o'clock. We'll get there at 9:15. We're going to leave at 9:30. Because that's just the logical way of even seeing it. Like, this is the plan. It's in black and white. This is what we're doing. But then your woman says, well, I don't feel like we should. And then later on, you find out that fucking Johnny and his homie got shot at the spot at 9:25.
All right. I'll agree with you in a sense. And I see you in the chat because I agree with that that gut thing. So that gut thing, where do you think that gut thing comes from? That gut thing is not coming from emotional. That's coming from logic.
It's coming from the spirit. The gut is coming from the spirit. I'm just saying, because I mean, look, I'll think about that, because
it's like this.
Logically, like,
close
to me,
your ears.
logical is like as
Hold on. Close your ears, Tia. Close your ears, Tia. Close your ears, Tia. It's like if you think a nigga's cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's logical. If you think the nigga's cheating, it's your gut feeling, but it's logic. You're going to base that off of the logic. It's not. You're not going to base that off of the spirit or the emotional. You're going to base that off of I found this or whatever it may be. There's going to be logic to back it up. Is what I'm saying. There's going to be some logic to back it up.
Yeah, at some point. But guess what? That intuition gonna come in beforehand, because that nigga didn't tell me or show me any type of indication that he was cheating at all.
Right, but
I didn't have no inkling that he was doing nothing.
Right,
he was good to me. He was at home every day. He would give me his phone. Wait a minute now, because we got because that intuition come first.
That's a great point. And what I'm saying is, yes, that intuition comes first.
Right.
And then you become emotional, but that could be wrong. You find out what's right or wrong from the logic.
No, you don't, T.
Yes, you do.
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. No, because the logic says, which is the face value. The logic says, my man go to work at 9 o'clock every day. He goes to lunch at 11 o'clock. He calls me at 3. He comes, he's in traffic at 5:30, and then he gets home at 7. That's the logic right there. That's the logic.
Cece, what happens when you find out that he didn't go to work that day? Was that logic or was that emotional?
That wasn't emotional. That was
logic, right? That's logic.
No.
Was it not a fact?
Right. In effect, that's logic.
It's a fact. But this is my thing. Okay,
logic.
so wait a minute, because while you was explaining that, Tia, I was thinking about you, Tia, and what you said about your situation. You had no inkling that this man was doing anything until you got a feeling. You got a feeling that something was happening, and then you went and proceeded with what you were feeling. But the logic showed you that there was nothing happening.
No,
nothing was going on.
The logic did show her that something was going on. She found this shit in his phone. that was the logic.
But there wasn't anything that was like, look in the phone. Like it wasn't like
what I'm saying.
His schedule changed, like Cece said. It was a feeling. There was nothing to make me go in his phone. He wasn't hovering over his phone. He wasn't doing anything. I just had a feeling when I see
all right, let's stay there. So Tia, say you only got the feeling. You never find the proof. Would you still react?
React to what? If I ain't found nothing.
Exactly. There was no fucking logic. The logic, you don't move until you get the logic.
That's that Capricorn shit you got going on right now, too. That's that Capricorn shit you got going on now. Shit.
You don't move until you get the logic. Don't make moves off of emotions. Like that's what I'm saying. Don't make
you gotta get all the facts. You gotta screenshot all the stuff. You gotta do all of that. You gotta get the video footage. You gotta get all that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I can't quote my girl's question. I told her to put it in the chat. I don't know if she here, she'd be busy, but that's why I say we need to have a part 2. Well, that's not the only reason, because this really is a good topic, and I think that we should go deeper into this in our part 2. But yeah, I hear you. Damn.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I'm just saying that be careful of moving off of emotion, because I seen niggas get killed off of this shit.
For sure.
Responses and not knowing what the fuck is going on. So you need to do your due diligence, is what I'm saying. Do your due diligence. Your gut never really steers you wrong, and your gut is going to open your eyes, but then do the work. Find the logic. That's all. Find the logic, man.
All right.
This is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. We will do a part 2. Thank you, ladies, for joining me as always. Shout out to everybody in the chat that rock with us. Any last words, ladies? And we'll do Push and Pete real quick, man. Who wants to go first? And then y'all can say y'all last words in that.
I can go, because I just got the baby, so I got to go.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead, Tia.
All right, so Tia Michelle, once again, hey y'all. Tia Michelle Supply is the business. I'm pushing the products, any hair products, accessories that y'all need. Go to tiasupply.com, or you can follow me on Instagram, Tia M Supply, to get all y'all hair products. I'm about to add some makeup products, whatever y'all need. I'm delivering in the whole tri-state area, so let me know.
Solid. All right, CNoStress, you up.
Hey y'all, it's Miss DC, better known as CNoStress, because long C9. Okay, we ain't stressed out. We don't got time. I'm definitely pushing positivity. You can find me on social media, on TikTok and Instagram at CNoStress, CNoStress. Yeah, and that's it for now.
All right, people. As always, welcome to the Prophecies. Without vision, there is no understanding. Without understanding, there is no vision. Make sure y'all remember that, because it's not just a phrase. It actually applies to real life. And we will see y'all next Tuesday, man. Everybody have a good one. Deuces.
Bye.